welcome back to Game Galaxy, and today I wanted to make a quick video to talk about how freaking cool the Nintendo Switch is. I got this for my wife as a Christmas gift with Super Mario Odyssey because I just kept hearing from everybody, including some people I work with, that Super Mario Odyssey was the best Mario game of all time, and my wife loves Mario. She 100% completed Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and she's just a Mario fiend, you know? She's able to do challenges that would make me want to drive my fist through the wall. So we got this, and this video is not for, this is not coming from a Nintendo fanboy or someone obsessed with it, but I have to say, you know, I wanted to play Mario 2. I did like their products, but I already have a PlayStation 4, I game most on that, and while I would like to play Mario on something, it never was enough for me to go buy it, and getting it as a Christmas gift for my wife was the perfect excuse I needed to get it. But why I'm making this video is because I was so surprised how much I enjoyed this thing. It's so cool, and this is gonna sound so dumb. So of course, you know, this is the tablet mode and you can play games on here and whatnot, but and I have it off right now, but it sounds stupid what I'm gonna say, but as soon as I put the dock to the TV and I slid that thing right in, and it's not like you have to, you know, click or push down hard. You just slide it right in and bam, it's on the TV. That blew my mind. I mean, I've seen the commercials, I know what it was all about, but the fact of actually doing it, taking your game that you're playing, you know, let me turn this audio down. You know, taking the game that you're playing and just being able to slide it in and bam, it's on your TV, pick up a Pro Controller, and you're gravy. And let me just say, the Nintendo Switch Pro Controller is stupidly expensive. It's $70, so with tax you're getting close to $80. But I love that controller. It is so comfortable. I love the Pro Controller. And Super Mario Odyssey, I have to say, from what I've observed of my wife playing and the little bit I have, it is an extremely fantastic good game, and it's absolutely beautiful when you play it in docked mode. It still looks great on the you know, the tablet handheld mode as well, but when you dock that game and put it on the TV, it is just gorgeous, and it just shows what, you know, when you have good art design and good programming, you can make something look absolutely gorgeous and wonderful, even on something as underpowered or lower powered than this Nintendo Switch. But I don't, you know, I've got Mario up here, and you know, I could just be playing here, and whoo, I'm doing this into the camera, but it's so cool. You could just slide this in the dock, and then bam, it'd be on your TV in seconds. So I was trying to tell my friend, who I know will probably never buy the Switch, but I was just trying to tell him how extremely awesome and cool the Switch was. And it's funny because that friend is the one who had the N64 back in the day. But I was trying to tell him how cool it was, and I remember when we were kids, we used to walk around the neighborhood and talk about man, wouldn't it be cool if we could play Jedi Knight on a handheld? And for any of those who have played Jedi Knight back in the day, that has some horrendously hilarious 3D graphics. And now, in 2017, we are playing things with graphics that far exceed Jedi Knight on a handheld like this, or even my GPD XD that I've talked about before. It's just so mind-blowing that, man, you could, you know, most of the time in my household, we will be playing this docked, but it's just fantastic to think hey, we gotta go somewhere or on a long car ride, or we're gonna take a plane to Chicago soon, that, hey, that Mario game that you're playing and you're enjoying, we can just lift this out of the dock, take it with us, and we can have the game on the plane or whatever. And it's just, that is such a cool concept. And I know I sound like a commercial, nobody's paying me for this. The reason I'm making this video, it's complete genuine, because I myself am surprised how much I thought it was cool. Seriously, you don't know how cool it is until you yourself slide that in the dock. It's so effortless. I mean, I really thought it would be like a clunk, or putting a cartridge in an old system like the Genesis, but it just goes right in, and it's so cool. And you know, if you watch my channel a lot, you know I've become a big supporter and proponent of indie games, and my platform of choice to play those on, as far as the PC, has also been PlayStation 4, because they seem to all go there. But I might change my platform where I play these to be the Switch, because a lot of the same games are coming over to the Switch, and a lot of the games that I like that are indie also lend themselves to a portable mode as well. And so I might start buying them on the Switch to have, you know, the option. And I enjoyed the Wii U. I liked the games of the Wii U, but the Wii U irritated me, and mainly that gamepad. Having it wasn't a necessity, but at the same time it was. You would need to have it. First of all, the battery life on it was awful. And even when you were playing games like Breath of the Wild, for example, where you could use a Pro Controller, still in some of those temples, it would require you to pick up the stupid Wii Pad gamepad and, you know, tilt it and whatever. And that drove me bananas. I was like, I just want to, like, you know, play this with a normal controller. And the Switch gives someone like me the option. And I have to commend Nintendo on that, because why I'm so happy about the Switch is they are finally giving people the option. If you want to have this as a handheld and a portable device and a kind of a successor to the 3DS, you can have it. You can play it like that. You can take these Joy-Cons off, put it on their crappy controller they give you, or you can play with just the Joy-Cons or attached. Or if you want to be like me, who's just more conventional, slide that thing in your dock, grab the Pro Controller, and you're golden. No more gimmicky, you know, this or that, or a battery that's dying. And man, it's so cool. And Super Mario Odyssey, man, it's just, that game is fantastic. I have to say, I know, you know, Zelda Breath of the Wild is winning Game of the Year all over the place, but you know, you really got to give a shout out to Super Mario sorry, I almost said Galaxy, but Odyssey. They really know how to formulate that addictive, fun gameplay, and it's just awesome, man. It makes a Sega Sonic fan like myself love it. I mean, I've always loved Mario. Man, another thing, I am just so envious of kids these days, man, because like, this to me would have been a dream as a kid. You wouldn't have to lock up a TV or, like, you know, be kicked off. You could just, you know, sit in your room with this thing and just have adventures, man. And so I'm so jealous of kids today that it just get to have this amazing technology to them. It's unfair a little bit, I have to say, but it's so, man, kids these days, you kids are lucky. But another great thing and obvious thing is that because my wife is just hooked on Super Mario Odyssey right now, there are times when, you know, I'd like to play the PlayStation 4 and we only have one TV in the house. So it's great that she can just pull this out and, you know, play on the pad and be just thrilled, and I can play on the PS4. And so that obviously is another perk with it. And man, I just, like, I see the value in this now that I have it, and I'm so glad I did. And you know, I had Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, and I kept thinking about it, I'm like, don't do it. So I ended up getting it for the Switch. I'm so happy I did, because number one, like I said, I love that Pro Controller. I love being able to take Mario Kart 8 with me. And that was a big selling point for me as well. And it is just, it is a bit clearer and just, you know, a little bit clearer than the Wii U. Not by much, but you'll see, like, mostly on the coins where it was pixely, now it's clear. So I'm gonna stop rambling. All I wanna say that, like, if this interests you at all, or you think you would do it, I have to recommend it, man. And the amount of fun that it's brought both me and my wife is just, it's worth every penny. Absolutely. I don't, you know, the sales momentum, I doubt they're gonna drop it anytime soon. You know, it was a big purchase to make, but what a great purchase. And honestly, if I didn't have, like, if I was a kid and my parents chose to get me this over the PS4, I don't, or the Xbox for that matter, I don't think I wouldn't feel gypped. I'd be ecstatic, you know what I mean? And the Switch is already getting games like Doom and you know, some of the older titles. Now, I'm kind of not down with the Doom version since it runs at 30. I feel like that game needs 60, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling because I could go on and on. Nintendo Switch, awesome, awesome console. I look forward to its future and what's coming for it. Anyways, I'll see you next time.